Oh, then again, isn't there a bit of a delay? That's
Yeah. I know, but we'll work.
So you're still having issues, sorry?
Yeah, but everyone else is in the lobby. By the looks of it, there's just 17 cars or something.
Shit.
It's just me.
Geez, Jacko's picked up the pace. He's looking...
What's he done?
Oh, he's only on a 45, but like generally he's sort of picked up his pace.
Yeah.
Aussie Thunder, we'll wait to see. We've got our... Two people watching now.
Yeah, I'm just going to restart network thing again, so give me... How long you got left in the session?
12, nothing, 0 now.
Alright, I'll be back.
Or a couple of minutes, I mean.
Yeah. After starts quality if you want, and
yeah,
we'll work
cool.
it out.
Awesome. It's all sounding good anyway. No, he's gone. Alright, just about to start qualifying. Did you shut that door? Yep, thank you. Right, we're just getting ready to load into qualifying, everybody, so stick with us. Just waiting for our man Wilco. Oh, that's me in the background. 8 people, nice, here we go.
Green light, go.
4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're watching right around the world. We are back, and as you can see, thanks to the latest update here on Assetto Corsa, we are in spectator mode. It's not without its problems, of course, but it just gives a bit more of a broadcast-style feel for things here on the live stream, as we say a big hello to Sparky, who says, go OGT 328. It took 30 minutes to find you. And Big Bob Hoskins says, well, hello, darlings. Hello to you, Bobby boy. Bullseye Bobby tuning in from sunny Perth. Hi, Kane. Hi to you. And Sparky says, you guys are brilliant. Well, Sparky, you're not too bad yourself. You know the drill by now. 15 minutes qualifying session, followed by a 30-minute race here, round 5 of this championship in the Kid Buyers Racing League. We are back this week. I am back this week, as Wilco saying the OGT Army is back, as Wilco having all sorts of issues with his PSN, but hopefully he will join us, as you find people who are watching us have already joined us. 10 people now, 6 comments, keep them coming in as we take a look at the drivers out on the circuit to begin this qualifying session. You can see there Jacko, who's coming around to start his first hot lap, as Wilco saying, I'll be there ASAP. So the great man on his way. Sparky says, yes, the Army is back, OGT Army, and it's great for me to be back too this week after a week off. And the action has not stopped. Round 5, we're at the halfway mark in this championship. And tonight, coming to you from the famous Hungaro Ring in Budapest, one of the tighter, twistier, tricky technical circuits that we are visiting this year, as Jacko there still on your screen. And yes, if my daughter could go to bed, that would be great. Here, 8:15 in Victoria. Big hello to everyone watching, wherever you are watching. Let us know where you're watching from, right around Australia and the world. And because we can't go too far here in Victoria at the moment, but as we wait to see Wilco joining us, my co-commentator for this Tier 2 qualifying stream tonight. We're splitting things up, like I said, because of some issues with Assetto Corsa. We're splitting up the qualifying and the race tonight, as Wilco saying everything is working, and a big thumbs up. So our man is going to be joining us very, very shortly. 12 minutes remaining in this session. No drivers have set a time at the moment. But as we tick over to 11 wonderful people watching us tonight, it is great to have everybody's company. And don't forget, like I said, we are splitting tonight's stream up into 2 separate streams for both qualifying and the race. But tomorrow night we will be back on OBS. And we'll have a little bit more power there as well. We've got the dozen now. Morning Glory Hash still in the pit lane. GRT 02, as Mighty Murph says, let's go. Thank you to you, Mighty Murph, and great to have you with us as the numbers are building up, as I welcome my co-commentator tonight, Jason Wilkinson, and great to have you back in the party and great to have you with us tonight, Wilco.
Yeah, a couple of issues there with the PlayStation Network, but we're all good. Lucky it was only me having the issue with not. I think it was saying the PlayStation Network is under maintenance, so we're all good, as I said. I'm going to load in and I'll be able to help commentate tonight's Tier 2 action, Trev.
Awesome. It's going to be great as Jacko with a 1:44.9. First driver into the 1:44s tonight. I've got a feeling that we're going to see times a little bit quicker than that, followed by Jimbo Jones in the pink Ferrari, if you don't mind. Jimbo 9123, GRT 02 in that very, very nice looking Mercedes, beautiful looking livery. And then it is Bingerling, the Binger King, in the number 33 Nissan, 1.8 seconds off of pole position at the moment. And then it's this man, Rose Racing, in 5th. As Sparky just up and about in the comments saying no COVID distancing required tonight. That's right, none of this 1.5 metres. Social distancing, of course. We didn't see any of that in the practice race either, Wilco, did we? There was a massive incident coming around that opening lap. Aussie Thunder in 6th. Let's go through our order tonight. And looking nice indeed in that green and gold. Sort of a British racing green on the back, and then oi. And a big shout out to our female cricketers who are setting all sorts of world records up at the Allen Border Oval. I reckon you and I could hit a 6 on that. The boundaries aren't too big, but anyway, they're doing great stuff.
6 with Lee Sperry, not gonna
and
lie.
Our favourite player not playing, of course, the hamstrings playing up, and we might need to review that decision, Wilco. But the boss is in the top 10. Oh, getting awfully sideways there. Well, not really sideways. I thought he was going to have a moment there, but he managed to gather it all together. And Voodoo, our favourite Nigerian prince, as Mighty Murph says, let's not talk about women's cricket. And of course, I think, is it 21 in a row we've won now, Wilco? Is that just against the Kiwis, or is that might be overall? I'm not too sure.
It's always Aussies first, Kiwis second in the right island.
Yep,
that's this practice session we were just doing before. But yeah.
And stay tuned, we might show some highlights of the 2015 World Cup final at Mitchell Stark just getting the job done against Brendan McCullum. Anyway, enough about that, because we are talking about a completely different sport. OGT 328, Sparky saying, has an unfair advantage as he is 1 hour behind. Very interesting stuff.
We'll let him know how Collie goes and see where he gets.
Yep, we'll let him know. I'm sure he'll catch up. But 1.7 seconds off of pole position at the moment. These times all over the place at the moment, Wilco. Some big gaps, but with 8 minutes remaining, I'm sure these times will get closer, as they usually do.
Yeah, Jacko seems to be ahead of the rest quite comfortably. Seems to be. He is 7/10 clear. But Jimbo's actually put in a really good time, 45.1, which is his PB by a long margin, really. He's only just scraping into the 45s before, so he's definitely hooked it up. But I'm sure, I think Voodoo's about to go through the second last corner now, so I know. Voodoo, we've got 2 number 1. Voodoo's gone at number 3. Who's number 1? Morning Glory, sorry. So I think he's pinched Voodoo's number, whatever. Morning Glory goes to the last corner and Jimbo's just behind him. So what can these two boys do?
Ooh, let's have a look. Morning Glory Hash up to P4, Wilco. That's what he can do. And was that Jimbo Jones? Yes, it was behind him. Where is he? Still
Kilroy.
7/10 of a second. Are we looking at Kilroy? Where is
now
Kilroy?
Nobby, there's a few of them coming across the line as we speak.
Nobby Nuts
Nobby,
across the line, up to 6th. GRT.
Second, and Bingo King. Bingo-ling.
Oh,
P10.
and
So
Bingo
number
King.
3, so Voodoo is the next card across the line who's on the lap. So we'll see what he can do. But yeah, Voodoo, I haven't really practiced much with him this week, so he's been doing a lot of private practice. I'm not sure what his lap times are looking like. He's saying 44s, 45, so hopefully he can pop into 44 and give Jacko a run for the money.
Well, let's just keep our fingers crossed. This man has dedication like you wouldn't believe as Voodoo comes across the line now. It's P9, 2.3 seconds off. So what's that in the 146s?
147.1.
Sort of 47.1, I beg your pardon. But look at that. And Sparky saying graphics seem to be better than last races. You guys are great. Well, Sparky, you're not too bad yourself. We are streaming in 60 frames a second, 720p. Crisp, Wilco, extra crisp, if you don't mind. And not quite the 1080p that you'd get on the more upmarket PS4 Pro over there in Carrum Downs, but still, it's the best we can do here in Benalla. But Nobby Nuts, what can he do? 2.1 seconds off of pole position. And, well, we were having the discussion off air a bit earlier this evening whether Jacko is, given his pace, Wilco, whether he's Tier 1 material. He's currently 7/10 ahead of Jimbo as he comes across the line yet again to possibly start another run. GRT up to 3rd. And then it's the boss in the pit lane. So Porsche, Ferrari, Mercedes, and then Morning Glory Hash. Got to say, liking the look of this spectator cam. It's looking a little bit more professional, Wilco, rather than staring at the arse end of these cars for a good hour and a half. But even though
Perry, but that's
I tell you what, Murph said, don't mention the cricket, but we've just gone and done it. But Nobby Nuts in 7th, Aussie in 8th, then Voodoo Child, the Nigerian Prince. And don't forget to send him your bank account details. 2.3 seconds off of pole position. He was on a 47.1, but as he comes across the line, I think these guys, they must be starting... well, what do we got? Less than 5 minutes.
Not improving their time. So
not improving, are they? Yeah, at the moment.
To go. But I was just saying, we might quickly run through the championship order, Trev. I've got it on my phone, so don't worry about scrambling to get it on. But we got GRT on 57 points. So he's currently P3, and then Jacko on 50 points. So 7 points between 1st and 2nd. And obviously they're in 3rd and 1st at the moment. And then the boss is only 1 point behind Jacko, so 57, 50, and 49. And there's a little bit of a drop to Nobby, Voodoo, Harvey, the Hef, OJR, Rose Racing, Kilroy, and Jimbo rounds out the top 10. So Jimbo in 10th on 19 points, 38 points behind GRT. So a bit of a gap there, but that midfield battle from Voodoo, Harvey, Hef, Rose Racing, Kilroy, and Jimbo is only 8 points. 30 points, sorry, 27, 25, 24, 24, 23, and then 19 for Jimbo. So points are looking pretty tight for that midfield battle, so that's going to make it pretty interesting coming into the big break between next week. We've got week off, and then it's the 45-minute enduro for the Tier 2 guys at Spa, and for Tier 1 it's an hour enduro. So yeah, we're looking good. Looking good, Trev.
Looking very good indeed. I'm sure you've flicked those points to me, Wilco, but if you could just send them through again, that would be awesome. And then we can, I can just use that for the race. But we saw GRT 02 off the circuit there before. He's now back in the pit lane. Jimbo Jones as well. Jacko out on the circuit. And these comments absolutely flooding in at the moment. Thank you, Wilco and Sparky, saying Victorian racers can only leave 5 kilometres from home. And let us know where you're you're watching from, Sparky, because he's just taking the mickey a little bit there. But I think those restrictions have been lifted, have they, Wilco, or not?
Nah, still 5Ks, mate.
No, 5Ks from Carrum down, so it might be...
if you want to work out what 5Ks is, see where Jacko finishes, and then where Crump is 5Ks down the road, so almost a lap and a half behind, and then that's the 5K distance
Could be
stadium, so...
Could be about five days, but we might
five rounds.
5 rounds anyway. No, we won't say that. But and Mighty Murph, Mighty Murph, he's saying just whetting the appetite for tomorrow night. And not too sure whether he realises that, but it actually rhymes. And boy, those New Zealand women, I think we made 321 Murph or something like that, and then you got knocked over for 93, and that's without Elise Perry. But we are not going to mention that again tonight. Because Kane's just... oh, yes, he's got a sense...
Love you, Kano.
We love you, Kane, and one of our beloved on this channel. Great to have you with us. Always watching, always commenting, and always hanging in there. He's got a sense of humour, Wilco. That's what we love. But talk us through this circuit, Wilco. You're pretty handy around here, pretty handy peddler. And it's tight, it's twisty, but it's not too bad on this game from all reports.
I have always hated this track on F1, but what we might do is we might go on board with Jacko here, and we'll talk through a lap of... hopefully he's going to do one. He's on a lap now, but we'll talk through a lap here. So this track, as I said, I hated it on F1. A lot of people know I struggled big time here. So on this game, it's completely different. Fast cars at a short track is no good. These cars at this track, beautiful. So you want to brake just before that board, bang a little bit early, but as long as he gets stopped, turned, first gear, drift it through like he has, and spin, and then that's a good lap around Hungary.
There we go. And thanks for that, Wilco. First hand, Jacko there. Just still sitting on that 144.412. So he said that in the early part of qualifying, and no one's really been able to get close to that. Jimbo 7/10, the only driver within 1 second of Jacko. But we might flick through if anyone's on a hot lap. Let us know, Wilco. But Jimbo, GRT running out in your top three. The boss.
Kilroy's about to finish a lap.
Kilroy. What is Kilroy doing as LJR Rose Racing gets well and truly out of the way? There's that tractor in the background there. Not too sure whether I agree with that. But Kilroy coming around the last corner. And here we go then onto the start-finish straight. Currently in P7. What can he do? And let's see what he can do. Not too much. So, wow, with 6 seconds remaining, Nobby Nuts coming through the last corner now. Can he improve on 8th place? Rick Oztech just ahead of him. And, well, it's been a bit of a
Nobby
fizzer.
And Rick missed out. So, the last car to cross the line will be LJR Rose Racing. But the first one is going to be Jacko. So, we saw him have that massive moment through turn 1. But I guess I'll try and commentate the last few corners here. So, you want to hang it in the middle of the track, which he hasn't done. He's drifted it again. So the car's looking pretty loose, but then this last corner you want to try and not go into the pit lane, and that's probably going to be him over. So we'll go to Jimbo,
obviously
in P2. So Jimbo comes through the last corner. You can run on the exit curb here, no track limit warnings there. And across the line, I can't see his time yet, but he pops across the line at 1:46.8, so a little bit slower. And everyone's pitted, so it's just LJR Rose Racing, who is the only car on track at the moment, who's just gone up to the chicane. So you want to get this hooked up through here. Get nice braking, take the inside curbs, get to the left of the track as quick as you can to open this right-hander up, which he sort of did, but then it makes it a little bit too tight there if you go too tight through the right-hander. This is flat out through here, and now brake, flick it in third gear, which he's in. Don't run all four wheels off the track there because you will get an invalid lap, and then braking on that curb, down into second gear. Beautiful, looking good. And then again here, you want to sort of hug the outside and then try and get it in, let it drift out, and then come back. So nice double apex through here. And then same thing to this last corner. Go to the outside, flick it in, keep it tight, let it drift out, which is what he's done. Looking good, and he's run out of fuel by the sounds of it.
Well, there we go. Obviously, the racing gods working against us as we were trying to talk. I think we tried about 3 different drivers there, but it didn't quite pay off for us in the end. But there are the final qualifying results.
His comments.
Yeah, I know. I was just about to say, big hello to Piston Broke 05 too. He says, hello boys. V is for Voodoo says, I'm so baked. I'm struggling to drive, and I'm sure he means
Must have been cooking some cookies.
cooking some bread or cooking some cookies, cooking something.
Maybe not brownies, but
maybe not brownies. But all right, there we have it. The final qualifying results on your screen. Now, what do I do now, Wilco? Stop, finish this one up, and
let it keep going until we get to the start of this. Okay, so now we got 2 minutes 40. So everyone, we're going to restart the stream for the race. We'll catch you in 2 minutes' time.
All right, we'll be back 2.5 minutes' time for the race here, round 5 of KRL on a new stream. Stay tuned for that. Bye for now.
Okay, so just